In the last video, we covered how to use functions and parameters in cTrader. In this video, I'll be showing you how to build the Bitcoin bot, which was in the first video I uploaded on this channel almost 3 months ago. But first, just a quick announcement that the Discord server is now open, so please drop by to say hello. This is where you'll be able to connect with your fellow traders, share ideas, and to help each other out. How the server evolves will be entirely driven by you guys, so feel free to leave any suggestions or feedback for me. And hit the like button if you think the Discord is a good idea. Here you'll be able to access a template of the NNFX bot code, which contains most of the things that we covered in the previous videos, and I've made a note of which episode each part of the code was coded in. You can copy this template over to your cTrader, and each time you want to test out a new indicator, just duplicate this template and you're good to go. So let me first explain how this Bitcoin bot works. It's a very basic strategy which uses a moving average baseline to keep it on the right side of the trend. This bot is always in the market. When you first start the bot, if the price is above the baseline, then it will execute a buy trade, using the money management system that you should be familiar with by now. We leave the trade on until it hits either the take profit or stop loss, and then it just keeps repeating the same process. If you've been following all of the videos so far, you should be able to code this up pretty easily, so you might want to pause the video here and have a go at it yourself first, since the best way to learn is to practice. Okay, let's start coding. First we need to create our baseline variable, which is a moving average type of variable. And then we're going to create two parameters for our baseline, one for the period and one for the moving average type. For the period, we'll just set the default to 26 and we'll set the type to integer and we'll give it a name of baseline period. For the moving average type, we'll set the default to a time series moving average. The type of parameter is a moving average type and we'll give it a name of baseline MA type. Then we need to load the baseline indicator on startup. For the data source, we'll be using bars.closeprices, and then we can use the two parameters that we just created. Now let's code the signal logic by creating two variables, one for the baseline by using baseline.result.last, and one for the last price by using bars.closeprices.last. Now we can check if the last price is greater than baseline. We want to open a buy trade and we'll give it a label of baseline. And if the price is below the baseline, we'll open a sell trade. And that's it. How easy was that? Let's test it out to make sure it's working properly. I'll add an instance on Bitcoin and set the time frame to daily. And let's use visual mode to see what it's doing. Might be good if we can actually see the baseline as well. So it looks like it's doing what we expect. It's selling when the price is below the baseline and buying when price is above the baseline. So it always stays on the right side of the trend. And you can see that it did a pretty good job on Bitcoin, making a 78% return over 3 years, and it managed to capture most of the recent move when the price almost doubled in the last 3 months. We can make a few minor tweaks to improve the performance even further. If you recall in episode 9 where we analyzed tick data to find the best time to trade, we found that the spread for Bitcoin doesn't trend up in the last half hour before the close. So rather than setting it to trade half an hour before the close, we can trade at 2 minutes before the close instead. And you'll find that it gives us a pretty decent improvement in our performance. The other thing we can do is use the optimization engine to find the best parameter for the baseline period. And you'll find that the best period is 28 for this bot. So this is just a quick and easy way that you can tune your baseline to each market. Now I wouldn't suggest to trade live with this bot, and the simple reason is that it's not very efficient in terms of transaction costs. The spreads on Bitcoin are more than 10 times higher than what you'll find on a crypto exchange like Binance. So if you're serious about trading crypto, then it's better to build a bot in Python and connect directly to those exchanges instead.